Story time. So this was 2 years ago and I was at school and it was a normal day until the principal went on the speaker and said, "We're in lockdown, go in your closets." So we went ahead and went in the closets. We were all confused. Some people were scared. Everyone was kind of asking the teacher what was going on and stuff. Now during this time, I wasn't asking anything or saying anything because I knew during a lockdown you don't want to say anything. So if there is someone in the school, they won't find where you are. But I was still listening to them because I was curious like everyone else. So while everyone was asking the questions, one girl stood up and said, "If you're not going to say what's going on, I'm going to get out of the closet." The teacher yelled at her and told her no. And the teacher yelled loud, so whoever was in the school obviously heard. So the door opened and everyone became silent. And so basically, part 2. Okay, so the guy that came into our school was a prisoner that escaped prison. So he was like, "Where are you?" And he stood in there for at least 10 minutes. Then we thought he left, but he was completely silent, and the teacher gave us a look saying, "Do not talk and do not move." So we all listened to the way he looked, and my best friend, the girl that stood up saying she would leave, got up and left. She thought that the guy was gone and she was going to get a counselor. So as soon as she got out of the room, we heard gunshots. As soon as the gunshots said that, I knew immediately what happened. I started crying and I thought that she was dead. The guy didn't even try to come in the room that we were in, even though he knew where we were. He immediately left knowing that he should have not shot the girl. Wait for part 3. Welcome to part 3. So as soon as the guy left, we got out of the closet and started panicking. We didn't know what to do since she was shot in the head and we knew that she wouldn't make it. So we were all freaking out and so was I, and I was crying and I just couldn't breathe right and I didn't know what to do. The speaker went off saying that the police and the ambulance were coming since the principal heard a gunshot too. So when the police came, they found the guy who was hiding in a locker and he got contained and took into the police office. The ambulance were here and went in the room and took her. They said with their face, saying she would not make it. That was the worst day of my life. So the ambulance took her, and about 2 days later, we weren't allowed to go to the school since the guy was still on the loose. He escaped. So we all had to stay at our homes, and I visited my friend, and I didn't know she died.
Hey, bestie.
Don't call me that anymore.
Why?
Because you're a noob, and I got Robux.
Oh,
Bye, poor loser.
bye. I have no friends now. I'll just go play ragdoll.
Hey you,
Huh?
do you want some Robux? I have some left over.
Oh, yes, I'd love some.
Okay, here gives 150,000 Robux.
Thank you so much.
No problem, bye.
I'm gonna change my avatar now. I look so cool.
Hey, hottie.
Hi.
You single?
Yeah, why?
Let me change that.
Mind? I'm gonna pretend to like her, then expose her. Okay, cutie.
Can I add you to a GC with my friends?
Sure.
Hey guys.
Hi Isabel, who's this?
This is my boyfriend Jackson. Introduce yourselves.
Okay, hi, I'm London.
And I'm Paris.
It's nice to meet you all.
Mind, he's kinda cute.
Hey, babe, wanna play a game?
Sure.
Can me and Paris join too?
OSC. That was fun.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to bed, guys.
Me too.
Alright, good night, guys. So,
Jackson, I like you.
I like you too, but I should tell you the truth about Isabel.
Go ahead.
So me and her used to be best friends when we were both noobs, then she got Robux, and left me because I was still a noob, unlike her. I'm pretending to date her.
Oh wow, I always knew she was a brat.
Anyways, wanna be my girlfriend?
Of course.
Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
You okay, Isabel?
Nope.
What's wrong?
You stopped being my friend for a dumb reason. I needed revenge.
Whatever. I was cheating on you anyways.
Good. I never liked you.
Leaves. Thank God she is gone.
Yeah, well.
The end. LNK if you want more stories. Also, tin for 500 followers.
One time I had a crush on this guy named Austin. He was sexy and just my type, football player, blonde hair, blue eyes, etc. I really wanted to start talking to him, but first I went through his socials to see what he likes so I can get an idea of his personality, and I found out he was country and liked country girls. So I decided to give myself a makeover. I ordered some very authentic Alabama clothes straight from the South and bleached my hair until it was fried just like the girls he follows. I look really bad, but at least I'll be getting some country eggplant. The next day at school I decided to approach him during physics class because we had to work in groups of 5 and it worked out perfectly. We started talking and got to know each other a little bit, and then we started talking daily. We became pretty close friends. A month passes by and homecoming was coming up soon, so I asked if he was gonna go and he said he was, so I thought it would be perfect to confess my feelings that night. Then skip to the night of homecoming. I put on my favorite dress and heels and made sure I looked good. I arrived to the school and meet up with my friends to wait for Austin. An hour passed by and I got worried, so I walked to the bathroom to call him. I opened the door to see my crush doing it with his mom in the girls' bathroom at school. I went off on him for bullying me behind my back and for also ditching me at homecoming. I ran away crying. It turns out he was in love with his mom instead. I went outside to calm down and I saw my economics teacher Mr. Smith walk over to me. He asked me what was wrong and I told him the whole story and he comforted me. We ditched homecoming and went to his house to Netflix and chill. The next week at school we had an assembly because there were rumors about a student going out with a teacher and I was like, oh shit. Then the whole SWAT team barged into the gym and arrested Mr. Smith cause there was evidence that we streamed and creamed all over his bedroom, and now I'm in DILF rehab. Time I was sitting in church and I had to fart. I knew it would be dangerous considering I have a supernatural asshole. I felt it coming and the next thing you know the building starts vibrating and the sprinklers got set off. The roof was starting to cave in and I knew it was coming. All the windows were shattering and the ground was wobbling. I did the most chunky, monkey, funky, stunky, bed bunky, tree trunky, gunky, skunky, sloppy, floppy, moppy, gloppy, mushy, tushy, ooshy gooshy, sushi fart so powerful I needed to get stitches. The walls started to crack and everyone was screaming while hiding under their chairs praying because they thought God was coming down. The danger alarm went off and everyone was calling their family saying they loved them. The roof finally caved in causing more destruction and my whole splitting fart finally stopped. Everyone got out from under the chairs and looked around. There was rubble everywhere and even the brick walls was cracked. They were wondering where God is and I had to act concerned with them. Anyways, my fart made it on the news and was titled as California's most deadliest earthquake. Little did they know it was my ripper ass.
Last night I was lying in bed and I realized something. You know when you hate your siblings? Yeah, we all do. And then you're like, oh, well, you're the adopted one. And you don't really mean it. It's kind of a joke. But, like, my brother's actually adopted. So, I'd be really mean if I went up to him and be like, oh, you're the adopted sibling.
So when I was 9, me and my mom went to the supermarket, and we saw my dad there. And keep in mind my mom and dad got divorced when I was 4, and my stepdad was evil. Anyway, so it was my first day of year 4, and I met a girl, let's call her Holly. So Holly was really nice and her dad left her on the second last day of year 3. She had to move to my school. We became really good friends and she invited me for a sleepover. I asked my mom and she said yes. I was so excited. When I got there we had so much fun. We heard the doorbell ring and ran upstairs. We ran into her mom's room and hid under the bed. We heard the bedroom door open and saw clothes fall onto the floor. The mattress was so bouncy and it felt so weird under there. After 20 minutes it stopped and I heard my stepdad say, I need a shower now, can I use your shower? That's when I realized. Part 2. I realized my stepdad was cheating on my mom. As soon as we got the chance, we ran out of there and into Holly's room and started crying. The next day I was to get picked up by my mom. My stepdad was already home. In the car I told my mom everything, down to the finest details. She was very upset and soon broke up with my stepdad. She got back with my real dad. She still had feeling for him. Now Holly has twin brothers and we are now 12. Her brothers are 2 as well. Last part. Holly's brothers are little brats, her mom says. She also says I can't handle them. The boys got put up for adoption. I told my mom. She said if she can't handle them it's fine, but that's not the point.
Mom, I want to adopt them.
Do not shout at me, young women, please. Please, Mom, can we adopt them? Sigh, okay, fine. Whisper, little bish. Now I have two adopted brothers. My mom got back with my dad. And for the third time in my life, I am a flower girl at my mom's own wedding every time I hers.